What's up, people? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another match reaction. That was so frustrating from start to finish. Just, man, we weren't that bad actually. We weren't actually, at least definitely not as bad as we were versus Luton. I thought that a lot of times we were able to play through their press. They did press well, they did defend well, but we definitely kept them hemmed in a lot for a lot of that game. Our press was working really, really well. Zinchenko, man, just the one mistake. I mean, that's how good they are. They punish you one time and then start time wasting in the 16th minute. I thought that they were actually the better team in the beginning until the goal. They came out firing, got us on the ropes a little bit right at the beginning. They definitely were passing the ball around, were definitely running down the wingers and giving us problems in the beginning. But I thought we weathered the storm well until the goal. It was a well-worked counter, and we got to get closer. I've just been saying that. We've got to get so much closer. I think Zinchenko and Ben White neither had a good game. Neither of these guys played well. That's 2 in a row for Ben White. Man, I was yelling at him a lot during this game. Zinchenko, I mean, let's be honest, he's not the greatest defender. We know he's not the greatest defender, and they took advantage of that 1-0. And I thought we responded well, though. I thought we definitely responded well. We kept to our tactics, kept to our game because it was working, and we were creating chances. We ended with 12 shots, 12 attempts. 5 of them were actually on target. But come on, Martin Odegaard has to score twice. He's got to score twice. Oh, man. And in the end, that's going to be the story of the game. In the end, missing chances is the story of the game. We definitely dominated the ball. They allowed us possession, allowed us to have the ball. But we dominated the possession. We dominated the territory. We were able to keep them from doing anything in possession. One counter. Oh, it's so frustrating. We lost on one counter. Oh, I thought that we won so many second balls. We won a ton of second balls. We pinned them in. Oh, man. But in that first half, there were a lot of misplaced passes. We should have created more. We should have been able to kind of turn the screw a little bit more. Martinelli gave the ball away a lot. Saka, man. Bukayo Saka, that was a shocker. He's had a terrible game. That was not a good game. I know the standard's really high, but that wasn't even close to the standard. We gave the ball away way too much. Odegaard gave the ball away a couple of times. Even Declan Rice, man, gave the ball away a couple of times. Definitely a tough game. Definitely think that Aston Villa are a really strong side, but they're frustrating. They're really annoying to play against because right as soon as they scored, Martinez is time wasting. And it's a tactic. They're trying to frustrate our guys. They're trying to frustrate us. And last season, I think that we probably would have had someone sent off. We would have kicked somebody. We would have got way too super frustrated. But they noticed that our tactics were working. They knew that our tactics were working. Despite us not really having an edge in the final third, we were making chances. We were finding spaces. What frustrates me so much about Saka and Martinelli struggling is that they left it one-on-one. They left you one-on-one. Go at the man. Drive the line. We got Luke. It took Martinelli like 60 minutes to get Luka Dean on a yellow. Go at him. They were giving us the one-on-one opportunity on the wings. We should have attacked. We should have attacked him much more down the wings. Oh, man. But we definitely pinned him in. We definitely had the possession, and I thought we created the chances to win this game. We created the chances to win this game. We got to finish. We absolutely 100% have to finish. Now, I don't want to come on here and say that the referee was poor. We know the referee was poor. The referee's going to be poor. VAR is going to be poor. Like that's just something that I'm resigned to at this point in the season because they are just really bad. So yes, I think it was a penalty on the kick on Jesus. I'm not going to hem-haw about it too much. Do I think it was a goal? I mean, it's hit Havertz's hand 3 times. It's hit his hand 3 different times. Like, I wasn't even calling for that one. I wasn't even asking for that one to be a goal. I was so frustrated. At that point, I was like, that would just be a really cheap way to get the equalizer. But yeah, not good enough in the final third. Jesus has had a couple of horror touches, just shocking touches. When Saka clips it in and you're in between the defenders, you've made a good run, but then it goes off your knee. Oh, I screamed aloud. I was so frustrated when it too many times we just didn't have the edge in the final third. Weren't able to keep the ball. And what was so frustrating was a lot of the time they would break it up. They would win a goal kick or win a throw in or something, and then just take an eternity to get the ball back into play. I know that's a tactic, and I'm glad that it frustrated me far more than it frustrated the guys, because they seemed like they were pushing on. They seemed like they knew that what they were doing was correct. Even, the staff, whether Arteta was making the decisions from the stands to do the subs or whether the assistant was, I thought that they also recognized that what we were doing was working. We were creating. We weren't giving away very much at all. We didn't give away much at all on the break. Just that one time. And we got to find the quality. I don't even think like this is a situation where we're like, we need to sell this guy or we need to sell this guy and bring in somebody, somebody new that we did enough. We created enough. Gotta finish chances. Absolutely have to finish your chances. Yes, Aston Villa have been good. Yes, Unai Emery has them playing really well. But both in the City game and in this game, if City and Arsenal finish their flipping dinner, both teams beat Villa. That's just what it comes down to. We did everything right up until the final third. Oh, it's so frustrating to see that. Everything right up until the final third. And I mean, I'm sorry, Eddie Nketiah, when you come on in the 80th, nothing. Just got nothing. That's not like a super sub. That's not like Trossard come on and didn't really do much. And I understand not making any other subs. Reece Nelson come on at the very, very end and, didn't even have time to really do anything. So I definitely understand, the fact that the subs didn't really do much, didn't really have time to do much, and it just comes down to the fact that Villa got up early. I think if they hadn't scored that goal and their dynamic didn't change to where they were just sitting back even a little bit more, because they didn't really high press us that whole game. They gave up a lot of territory in our half. Occasionally they did, and we were able to pass through it. I thought we played well. We passed through the press well. Man, I'm gutted. I'm really gutted from this one. It's definitely not a horrible performance, but it just feels so annoying that we could have won the game. We should have won the game. I thought we were a better team, slightly the better team. But credit Villa, credit Unai Emery for having them organized. I'm not gonna complain about getting kicked. Every single team kicks Arsenal. Every single team decides that. Let's just foul the crap out of them. The referees are surely not going to call it against them because it's Arsenal. The referees hate Arsenal, so they're not going to protect Bukayo Saka at all. Just not going to. They're just going to flat refuse to protect Bukayo Saka. So let's absolutely clog the living crap out of him. And it happened again. It took them forever to get a yellow card. And then in the second half, they were just breaking up play so much. The game was so fragmented. There was no flow. I was so frustrated every time the ball went out because I had all this urgency and it just didn't look like there was enough there. Yeah. At the end of the day, you got to finish your chances. Have to be better in the final third. Yeah. Well, is what it is. We move. We got a gimme game in the week versus PSV, so hopefully we'll see lots and lots of subs, get some rest, no energy, and yeah, back at it again at the weekend. Thanks for being here, people. Go ahead and get the likes up on the video. Definitely a frustrating day for the Arsenal. Subscribe if you're new. Of course, thanks for being here. We are on our way to 200 subscribers, so go ahead and smash the subscribe button and that little notification bell as well. Once again, I really appreciate you being here and listening to me and hanging out, and you will see me next time.